Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be setting up our horizontal spreads for the first week in August, and I've got my sticker sheet ready to go, as well as some sticker books that I used to make those sticker sheets. And yeah, so basically this is the last video of the collaboration I did, or I'm doing with Tamra, the paper and pen girl, where we each did 5 out of the 10 layouts from my video, 10 layouts for horizontal planners. So if you haven't seen that already, I suggest you check it out for great ideas for horizontal planning. And if you want to share your layouts with us from this series, go ahead and use the hashtag 10 horizontal layout on Instagram so we can see what you're doing and applaud your good work. And finally, for today, I'm going to be creating layout number 10, which is the simplified layout. All right, so let's get to it. Okay, so this week we are going to be doing a floral spread, and this spread was sort of inspired by, I'll pencil it in, I believe is her handle on Instagram. I'll verify that. She did kind of a rainbow floral spread down the sides of her horizontal planner, which was just beautiful, and I liked the idea of it. I'm going to try to do something a little bit more robust with my florals, pretty much taking over the spread, because this is a simplified layout, so I need to fill quite a bit more space with decor than I would normally. So yes, so this spread, I'm going to use that as an idea, as a jumping off point, but it's going to look quite a bit different. So I pulled some colors. I was thinking to start from yellow and go all the way down into purple, kind of top to bottom, and layer in these flowers throughout, kind of zigzagging them, if you will, across the days, so that I will have room to write on one side and then the other, and it would flip back and forth like the simplified layout suggests. So that's what I'm going to try doing. I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough yellow to keep that color in the spread. I've used pretty much all the yellow flowers I had in my arsenal there in previous spreads, so I only have little ones and bits and pieces of ones that I had cut up. So we'll see if that can make it work with the little bit of yellow that I have. But I have a ton of pink still, I have a ton of purple still, and colors in between, that like soft peachy tone and the kind of burgundy purple color. So right now I'm just trying to kind of fit the puzzle together. It was a little bit challenging, I will say, without a set plan or like a design set in my mind exactly how I wanted everything to fit together. So it took me quite a while. So I sped this video up a little bit more than usual, just because it took an extra half an hour for me to get this spread going. So I didn't want you guys sitting there just being like, okay, she's moving the flowers again. Okay, she's moving flowers again. So there was a lot of set it down and then move it, just because I kind of had to get a feel for how it was going to work at first. So luckily I concentrated on this side first, kind of got a pattern going, and then I kind of just basically did the same thing on the opposite side of the spread. As you can see, I'm starting from the top, kind of starting with that yellow, going into the peach, then it's going to go into kind of like the reds and oranges and into pinks, going down into the deeper like burgundy, pink, purple colors, and then down into purple. So that's the plan, and I just pulled some of the smaller florals just to see what I had, and then I'm going to go ahead and just grab the bigger florals from the books as I see I need them. You can kind of see how the shape is coming together now. I've got a bit of a zigzag pattern there. I thought I'd add in some of this little splash of green here and there, since I have some extra leaves from other spreads I'm not using, and I thought it might be a nice little addition, but yeah, the placement on some of those is a little bit awkward, so I'm sure I'll move some stuff. So yeah, so I got that one side kind of going as far as the pattern, so I'm going to go ahead and start on the other side and see if I can do something of a similar nature with the stickers that I have there. This side was a little bit more awkward there at the bottom just because of that little notes banner that's at the bottom. I kind of wanted to keep that, so I had to work around it, which is kind of right in the middle of where flowers would normally go. So at least in the way that I had the spread laid out. So yeah, that little area was a little bit tricky. And then I kept whiting out the black lines and then having to move the stickers, so that was fun, because then I would have white out in the back of the sticker or dry line, and wherever I moved it, so I had to be conscious of that as well. I had thought about doing this spread on wax paper too. I was like, I should probably do this on wax, but I decided to wing it, and much to my chagrin, it did take me quite a while to figure out what I wanted to do, and I regretted not doing it on wax paper to begin with, but that's okay. Sometimes you just gotta go with it and try to make it work for you, right? You know, just do what you gotta do. So we'll see how this turns out in the end. But yeah. I also kept losing track of which books had the certain stickers that I wanted. The Fun Florals has only 2 pages of watercolor florals, but the other 2, I think it's the Memories, Floral Memories sticker book, and then the watercolor, I call it Watercolor Weekend, but it's the 1, 2, 3, 4 book, has a lot of, you know, bigger watercolor florals in those 2 books. But like I said, I kept losing track on what ones had what left, and so I was going back and forth and trying to keep everything in frame so you could see what I was doing. I was just struggle bus, you guys, struggles. And I'm trying out my new camera setup, which the color is super weird, and I have to figure out how to make it look better. I got a new DSLR, or actually it's a mirrorless camera, but like I've been filming on my iPhone since the beginning of the channel, and so I got some upgraded equipment, but apparently there's a learning curve because everything looked a little bit funky, and I had to tweak the colors. My skin looks really weird, like skin tone and everything was weird. My white balance is fluctuating, so it keeps going from warm to cool to warm. Yeah, this is the life of YouTube video making. So anyway, just things that I'm aware of in case you noticed, and I'm trying to figure out how to make beautiful videos for you guys. Hopefully I'll get this thing together and we'll be, you know, back on track with making nice videos. So anyway, just thought I'd share a little bit of that with you guys so you know where I'm at with this video here. And this background, different background, just totally different. So I don't know if I like this, by the way. I don't know if I want the wood background. I might go back to black. Kind of like the black background. You guys tell me what you think. How about that? You tell me, do you like this wood background, or would you prefer me to go back to black? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, so back to what I'm doing here on the screen. So just again, trying to fill in with the florals again. This simplified layout has a bit of like a back and forth. So there's only 2 sections to the simplified. It's either going to be a decor, or it's going to be like a to-do list and or focus. So, well, actually not and or focus, not together. So there's only 2 elements to each day. Decor is one side, and then your to-dos or a focus is your opposite side. So that's why you're seeing this zigzag pattern. I was trying to put the florals in so I'd have room for checklists on each side, going back and forth of the florals. And so I got to a point on this where this big sticker was going to be too far over for me to really utilize the empty space for a checklist. So I had to move it, and so it was a bit of a commotion there. But I think it's better now so that I can actually write and put in valuable, functional information in my planner along with this spread. I really do like my three, having both a checklist and a focus every day. I prefer that as my spread, but I did want to make sure I had the opportunity to show you guys how you could use this simplified layout in your own, in your own decor and decorating of your planner, even though it's not the style that I prefer. So, so this spread will be a little bit different for me, but I really am liking this explosion of florals on the spread. It's kind of a nice change. And now I'm just kind of trying to fill in some of those little holes that I see there, just to kind of give a little bit more visual fullness to some of those areas. So that's what I'm doing now. I think this is one spread that will look better than once I actually write in it, once the pages are filled with text as well. Just because here you can kind of, it seems very structural with the flowers because I'm trying to allow myself room to write. But once the writing is actually in there, I think it will look much better. It'll make sense as far as how everything goes together. And okay, so I think I'm done with the floral patterns, so I'm going to slow it down a little bit and put in my checklist. So I've got these watercolor hearts that I'm going to put in, and then I'm just going to basically use the same color tones, putting those in on each side. And then I think we'll be done. Don't forget, if you want to share your spreads with us, use that hashtag 10horizontallayout on Instagram. We'd love to see what you guys come up with. Also, check out Tamra on her channel, The Paper and Pen Girl, to see what the other half of the layouts look like. And I will link that to the playlist in the description if you're looking for those as well. And so if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up down below and go ahead and leave me a comment if you'd like to get in touch. And think about subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, if you'd like to see more of my videos. Thanks you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. Bye!